So I've taken the plunge, bought a van. I'm in my driver's seat's nap anyway. Safety first. But if you're a man and you're comfortable with your sexuality, it's Fish and Chip Friday, which means good morning, welcome back. It's been a long time, hasn't it? It's been such a long time. I don't know how to get started again. I've been thinking about it for absolutely ages, and it's a case of, yeah, where do you begin? So I thought best thing I do is just turn camera on. So that's what I've done. So what day is it today? Friday. It's Friday, Fish and Chip Friday, and I'm just treading water at the moment. I'm waiting for a mechanical appointment next week to do some final things on the van to make sure it's all adventure trip ready. And what else am I waiting for? Oh, and I'm also upplating that van because it's going to be a little bit overweight. I've increased the suspension, which I'll talk about at another point. It's been a long journey to build my dream adventure camper van. It all started with a the dream of having a camper van that could take me on epic adventures off the beaten path. The problem was I couldn't afford the van of my dreams, so I came up with a plan. Buy the best base van I could afford and make it into a camper van. Use it, sell it for profit, repeat. This way I could work my way up to the van of my dreams whilst enjoying the benefits of owning a camper. I finally decided the Mercedes Sprinter was the perfect base van to build my dream adventure bus. From there, I just needed to find one in the right condition and at the right price. So I've taken the plunge, bought a van. I know that it needs a new clutch, and I've just got to arrange for collection. I'm eager to ring somebody to pick it up, but it's a bit early, so I'm going to do the right thing and wait a little while before I make the phone call, and then hopefully we shall have this delivered to my mate's garage who can fit the clutch for me, and then we've got the van of our dreams, hopefully. Well, it's late February 2021, and I've just spoken to the delivery guy who's picked the car up from the auction, and he's delivered it to the mechanics. So I'm going to go over there now and have a look. It's a beautiful morning, which I'm hoping is a sign of the times. So with everything crossed, it was time for the first look at what I'd bought. As you can see, there's a couple of dents and scrapes, but nothing I didn't know about. Inside was the racking from it being a courier van, which was no use to me, and this door had to come out. As a courier van, there was no passenger seat base, just this little fold-down seat, and the floor mat was in tatters. So I set about removing the bulkhead door. I was surprised at how heavy it was. I was going to have to come up with a plan for this metal across the roof. It's an exciting day today. Last night I drove up to Newcastle and bought the front seats. Oh, here's the bad boys. They're from a Ford Galaxy, the old style, so the swivel, which means I don't have to buy swivel bases separately. The swivel bases that I've seen are about 160 quid each, and these were 350 quid, but the seat's complete. I'm in my driver's seat's nap anyway, and I've got armrests, fancy armrests, so it's like I've got the swivel bit for free, or the seats for free, but I just need to figure out how I'm going to be able to install it. So here's the thing. These seats are designed so that they swiveled to let the passenger out. They only do 180, they don't go all the way around. The only thing, now I've got them off, that stops it from swivelling is this lug here. So I can't swap them left to right because of the seat belt fixing point. It's not on both sides. So if I take that lug off, and we're sorted. Safety first. I've put the seat in place, and now we've got a couple of things that need to be figured out. We have two eyes. This one is from the van, this one is from the seat, and it's been suggested that I should be able to connect these somehow, so I'm looking to find some answers for that. And the other thing is that my holes don't line up, so I'm going to have to figure out a way of securely sorting that problem out. I'll come back to you. Alleviating the problem with the seat swivelling. So what we're going to do first is take this panel off, then I'm going to take the whole panel off and drill that hole out through the plastic from the other side because it's marked. And there's your mark. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Check me out. Coming around. Leg out. Yeah. Falcon. And then forward. Yeah, around. Check me out. Check me out. Check me out. All the way around. Right, so I've just finished working on the big van in the unit and I've driven to my park up for the night. It's about 7:10 and it's the end of November and winter's arrived. So I've not washed up, don't judge me. So packed up for the night, we're expecting snow. I've put a cover over the windscreen so hopefully I don't have to defrost it in the morning. And I'm quite excited about seeing snow tomorrow, so I'm going to make some supper and then afterwards I'll probably snuggle up in bed and watch a movie or something. Oh, you can hear ticking going on, that's my heater, I've just put it on. So right now in here it's 17 degrees, a few minutes ago it was 13. The heater that I've put in is a 5 kilowatt Chinese diesel heater. The alternative would have been a 3 kilowatt, which probably would have been the right size for it. 5 kilowatt for this little space is a bit OTT. You can hear it slowing down now because it's quite happy that it's warmed the place up only in a few minutes. So it's really good. So in the morning, whatever time I want to get up, I set the timer so that it comes on 15-20 minutes beforehand, and it's all nice and toasty warm in here and hardly uses any diesel at all. I'm really pleased with it. I'm ever so warm. It was -3. Was it last night? Yeah, last night it was -3, and you wouldn't have known in here. It was absolutely superb. So it's time to get something to eat. So it's 22 degrees now, and that's on the lowest setting. So you really, I don't know how cold it'd have to be outside for this heater not to be good enough. And we've got supper already. So tonight we've got fresh broccoli. I've got some chicken thighs, which I christened the oven in the big van today, because I cooked them in that oven to see just how good it was cooking on gas and that. So that was great. And I've got some onion, a bit of garlic, just for devilment. I've put a little bit of chilli in there as well and seasoned it. Oh, and I've stirred in some cream cheese towards the end as well. And I'm going to say buon provecho. I'll see you in the morning, hopefully, with a little bit of snow, not too much, so that I have to dig myself out, but with a little bit. And I'll show you the bedroom setup. This is the dining room setup in the kitchen. Okay, bye for now. Footprints. It's a rabbit footprints. Just beautiful. Here I am again on my regular walk that I'm doing at the moment. The thing is, I never get tired of it. I've noticed this camera does something weird. It kind of does like one of those Pleasure Beach funny mirrors, but it makes my torso stick out further. So if you think I'm that shape, in real life I'm not. It's the camera. Honest. So this is what's kept me sane since I moved out of the house in May. All I've done, 6 days a week, because 7th day I'm with mother, 6 days a week is be locked away in the unit, building the big van. And the hardest part is having to look at my motorbike every day, whatever the weather, every day. When the sun comes out, all I want to do is jump on the bike and go for a ride. I can't wait, but I just keep telling myself it'll be worth it in the end, because I should be in the van, God willing. I'm not even religious. I should be in the van by Christmas, and in the new year, that's when the adventure big time begins. Of course, this is part of the adventure, part of the journey. That's what we tell ourselves when times are tough, but it could be a lot worse. And like I said, this is my sanity. This is the bit that I'm enjoying so much more already for living in the van, even though I'm working 6 days a week and commuting to work every day. It's been a very long journey to get to where I'm nearly at now, and I'll tell you all about that some other time in a video. But just rest assured, there will be a lot more motorbiking going on than you have seen of late. You see the heather with all the frost over the top of it. See, even thick fog brings a mystery to it all. Some black ice on it. I'm having to be cautious where I walk. See this groove coming up? That's me. This is the point where I always walk around this circle and head on back. I made that groove. So in terms of the big van that I'm converting, I remember when I was at like first school, and I sometimes be too busy playing and doing what I'm doing, I'd forget to go for a wee, and all of a sudden I'd be in a terrible situation where time's pressing. So what I found was, in those situations, luckily it doesn't happen, I don't get myself in those situations now, but every step I took closer to the toilet increased the pressure on my bladder. If I stopped walking, then everything just stayed where it was, but every step closer seemed to make it worse. Very strange phenomenon. Well, that's what it's like now. I'm near the end and I'm reaching the finish line with the big yellow van, because it's just getting more and more, oh, I just want it to be over. I just want to stop paying this rent out, get the van out, stop looking at my motorbike, get on it and get out exploring, instead of coming and staying in the same place every night, doing the same thing. I've been doing that all summer. That's what I liken it to. I'm kind of hoping I'm not the only person who's experienced that. Every step closer to the toilet you need a wee a little bit more. Let me know in the comments if that's happened to you. Or am I just weird? So the secret to keeping warm without spending a fortune and all these things that they tell us that we need is layering up. And they could always undo things, take layers off, add layers, but that is the secret to keeping warm. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Your base layer should be ideally cheap nylon, and that wicks away the moisture, and then just put whatever layers over the top. Old t-shirt, sweatshirt, whatever, fleece top if you've got one, any jacket. If it's windy, it wants to be a jacket That'll keep the wind off. It's really important. That does make a difference. You don't want to get too hot, because if you get too hot, you'll start sweating. If you start sweating, you need to be able to open up like I've done now to let the moisture out. Otherwise, that moisture will get cold, and then you could get into some serious problems. For your lower part of your body, if it's freezing cold, if you're a man or a woman, but if you're a man and you're comfortable with your sexuality, then we should wear a pair of tights if it's very, very cold underneath your walking trousers. Pair of tights, fantastic. The nylon, the wick away the moisture, like we were saying, for your top layer. The cheap, you got to spend a load of money, and it's important to know, I'm talking about tights. Stockings, that's a whole different thing. If you're wearing stockings to go on a walk and you're a bloke, you're not quite getting the point. I don't know, let me know in the comments down below. Am I missing a trick? I love your comments, by the way. I read all of them. Try and reply to as many as I can, but at the very least I'll give you a thumbs up. So, thank you for all your support. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. And there's a little bell. If you click that, then it lets you know when I eventually get around to posting another video. Because as you'll know already, I'm very slack at the moment. I'm busy though, come on, give me a break. I'll see you next one. It's Fish and Chip Friday, which means I always spend Fridays with my mum. We either have fish and chips, depending on the weather, and or we go to a carvery or something like that, or find a nice country cafe. So let's go do that. You're a big fish or a little fish?
Little fish.
What are you doing? You ready for your fish and chips? Best restaurant in the world, eh?
Sharing tales and dreams, sitting side by side with every crispy bite. Our bond would never hide. You taught me life's lessons, the joy and all the pain. Through it all, you stayed. Our love never waned. Oh, Fish and Chip Friday, those memories I'll keep forever in my heart. SOD, thank you, dear Mom, for all that you've done. Happy moments with you, forever I miss you.